What's up, Internet? My name is TridentLion, and welcome to this book animation summary. The book I'll be featuring on this video is one of my favorites, and a definite recommendation to anyone looking to reduce suffering in their life. The book is called The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. This book is wonderful. It is a short, easy to read, yet potent with valuable wisdom. This book starts by discussing the dream of the planet and our own domestication. Then the book goes through the 4 agreements and ends with breaking your old, less valuable agreements. We live in a world full of smoke and mirrors. The mirrors is us, the dreamers, reflections of one another. The smoke is our own individual interpretation of the dream we are living. We have all been domesticated and programmed to a set of beliefs. Many belief systems that we have been ingrained with lead us to suffer. The only way to release ourselves from the suffering in our lives is to break the old bad belief systems and replace them with new ones. How often have you suffered multiple times about something that happened only once? True justice is paying only once for each mistake. True injustice is paying more than once for each mistake. It sounds insane to think we suffer multiple times over one mistake, but it's true. Everyone has experienced this. The 4 agreements can change your life, but it does require a commitment and a strong will. Imagine transforming your life to your own personal heaven. The first agreement: be impeccable with your word. The first agreement is the most important and the hardest to honor. However, your word is power. Your word is how you create and commit to manifesting your own personal heaven. Your word is a force, a power you have to express, communicate, and create all the events within your life. Your word is how you can essentially speak things into existence. If you say you are going to exercise 5 times a week, then that's it. You are going to exercise 5 times a week. No excuses. Your word, backed by action, has the power to positively impact your life in a transformative way. You can measure the impeccability of your word through your own self-love. Those that lack self-love will lack honoring their word. If you want to be free and happy, then be impeccable with your word. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. When you take things personally, then you feel offended, and your reaction is to defend your belief and create conflict. Realize that if someone is trying to cause you to suffer, whether intentionally or unintentionally, it is simply a reflection of their own thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. No matter what others think, say, or do, don't take any of it personally. Sometimes we choose to take things personally because of our own addiction to suffering. Make a conscious effort to alleviate yourself from this general addiction to suffering. Even the opinions you have of yourself, do not take it personally. When you make a committed habit to not take things personally, you will avoid many upsets in your life. Imagine anger, jealousy, sadness, envy. Imagine all of those suffering states disappearing from your life. The challenge of committing to not taking things personal is difficult, but the reward is worth it. The reward is a huge amount of freedom. The third agreement is don't make assumptions. We have the tendency to make assumptions about everything. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are all true. Miguel Ruiz. Look back on a lot of the sadness and drama in your life. Mostly all of it can be traced back to when you were taking things personally and making assumptions. Making assumptions will lead to suffering because it is not aligned with the truth. We have a fear of being ourselves around others. Because of assumptions, we assume everyone else judges us, abuses us, blames us, just as we do ourselves. We reject ourselves before others even reject us. We have a habit of dreaming with no basis in reality. And then when the truth is inevitably revealed, Things aren't what we thought or expected, and then we suffer. The third agreement, don't make assumptions, is difficult because we have a habit of doing the complete opposite. It is a consistent, unconscious habit. Replace the old with the new, and it is done so by committing to establishing a conscious new habit. Think about how much more mental freedom you will have living on the terms of reality and truth, rather than on assumptions and false speculations. The fourth agreement, always do your best. Under any circumstance, always do your best. No more, no less. But keep in mind that your best is never going to be the same from one moment to the next. Don Miguel Ruiz. Only you determine when you are doing your best. Doing your best won't always be the same quantity or quality. However, doing your best is simply that, doing your best. This agreement is about the action of the first three agreements. What is magical about this agreement is that when done with sincerity, it will release the inner judge or critic you have from yourself. You can't judge yourself because you're doing your best. Don't do things from the perspective of having to do something. Rather, replace the have to do with a get to do. Do your best by taking action to live life to the fullest. The four agreements are powerful, and they're there for you to adopt into your life for real positive life transformation. When you adopt these four agreements into your life, where you are impeccable with your word, you're not taking anything personal, you're avoiding making any assumptions, and you're always doing your best, then you are going to have an extraordinary life. A life full of happiness, love, and fulfillment. The challenge will be combating all of the other agreements within your dream and others' agreements around you. To make this work for you, you need to be a warrior. A warrior that can protect, defend, and live up to the four agreements. Your happiness, freedom, and entire way of living depends on this. The warrior's goal is to transcend this world, to escape your own personal hell, and never go back. If you ever break one of these agreements, don't beat yourself up. Be in the present and take this commitment to the four agreements day by day. Always do your best, and the agreements will become easier and easier to maintain. Make today the day you begin shedding yourself of the old, unwanted, bad agreements that are holding you back and causing suffering. Then replace them with these simple yet powerful four agreements. The bad habits and agreements you are going to be shedding are like a monster or a parasite. You can defeat it through starvation. Do not give in or provide any attention to those old agreements. They no longer serve you. Feed or give your attention to these four agreements, and the old crappy beliefs will disappear from your life. If this summary has been helpful and valuable, be sure to leave a like and share it with everyone that can get value from it. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and comment below what agreement stood out to you the most. My name is TridentLion, and until the next video, remember, always be learning, always be creating, and always be inspired.